Hello, mommy. How you doing?
Hi.
We're in our car and we are going to talk about a subject because we want you, and I say we because this is for my YouTube page and I want my viewers to hear all the knowledge and wisdom, that the jewels that you can drop.
Oh, that's nice.
So I want to ask you, mommy.
Why?
Lately, you hear, oh, black love. Black love. What does black love mean?
You know, I think it's an individual thing. It means different things to different people depending on your experiences. You know, I think it's between black people,
Okay.
but you know, I think it's based on your own experiences. It's hard to define. I know it's a thing now where people say black love, but black love to me is very complicated. It's layered. It's steeped in history,
What do you
struggle,
mean?
disappointment, the kinds of things that we as black people had to endure, being snatched out of our countries and taken to these foreign lands and brutalized and raped and all kinds of atrocities done to us. And
so what does that have to do
and it's
with?
not, and we were not allowed as a result to just naturally love each other, black men and black women. Black men had to stand by and literally watch these white monsters rape their women. So can you imagine how demasculating that was? Not only that, they were also raped by those white monsters. So, and then that went on for so long, and then the oppression that we endured, it's just not a natural thing for us.
So you give that history.
Yeah.
But please tie it in. So let me know what. So because of that, what?
Because of that, you know, you have. I don't know if. I think now the young people are able to experience black love more naturally without all of the, you know, as the stressors lessen, if they are.
That's what I was gonna say. Okay.
Then
are they really
we're able to relax and enjoy loving each other.
Okay, but you started off with the traumas. So what does the trauma have to do with black love? Aspects of life with Karen. Okay, so you brought up the atrocities, right, of slavery and men having to see the rape and things like that, and also the atrocities that were happening where men were conditioned to just have sex with the black women so that they can breed, and the masters then could make more slaves. So a lot of times, you know, all of that, so men just coming, having children, maybe going and things like that, are a result.
All of that was carried over
Mm-hmm.
That's why you have a lot of men who, run around, and not only men but the females also.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really live a monogamous type of relationship.
Okay.
That there's a lot of cheating going on,
Mm-hmm.
and some even, and a lot of black men believe that they should, have a few women on the side, or they don't even see that as really cheating. It's like a natural kind of thing. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying that, with men having babies with different women, women having babies for different men, and I think it all stems from the conditioning that we went through during the slave times, and it's just carried over.
Okay.
I had a friend who told me that, he was from the South, and he remembered his father. His father was living with, they lived in this here town, and then the father had a girlfriend down the block, and he had children with that chick down the block, and it was like a natural thing, and that's what he grew up seeing and believing that it was okay, and his mother accepted it, so that's what it is for them. And then, who knows, to a certain extent, like in certain parts of Africa, you have that where a lot of men
You can have multiple
different wives and stuff. It's done differently.
Right.
They marry them, and then they have to take care of them.
They have to afford them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But what's happening nowadays, I'm not talking about necessarily in Africa, but here and
Mm-hmm.
in the States and stuff, is that a lot of people do not abide by their vows, the vows of being in monogamous relationships.
So is that what black love is?
It's different things for different people. People have experienced such trauma and dysfunction that our love has been kind of dysfunctional. Not all the time, but
I don't.
You don't understand?
I would like for you to give me an example.
Well, I could use mine as an example.
Okay.
For instance, with me, there was a natural attraction and what I would consider love between me and your father.
Mm-hmm.
However, there were so many stressors, outside factors, and conditioning that occurred that caused it to be dysfunctional.
Mm-hmm. So do you think that there is a way to have black love that is not dysfunctional?
Now, it gets even deeper.
Okay.
Because you have to, dysfunction means different things to different people.
Mm-hmm.
And some people might not feel that there's any dysfunction.
Mm-hmm.
But from that, looking at it from the outside, maybe a person observing this couple, we might think that we might see what we think is dysfunction, but it's not dysfunction to them.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like you're saying it's...
Watch it, this guy.
Wait, it sounds like you're saying it is your own, whatever you perceive.
Whatever you perceive. Whatever you perceive.
So I may
But I'm
may
saying-
feel like
Uh-huh.
if I am in a relationship and this is not how I feel, but for example, if I'm in a relationship and a man does not hit me because he didn't take the time to hit me, take the time out to hit me, that means he doesn't love me. Some people have that mentality.
Yeah.
And I know I would see that as dysfunction.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody else who's in it
Right.
might believe that
Right.
she's
If
got to
he
get
doesn't
beat.
hit
If
me,
he doesn't beat me, then he
doesn't
doesn't
love
love
me.
me because he didn't
Actually,
take the
when I
time
was growing
out
up,
to
right.
beat me.
Let
which
me
is
tell you, when I was growing
absolutely
up as a kid, I heard
insane.
my
to me.
mother talking with this woman who was her friend who came by the house,
Mhm.
and they were talking, and the woman always wore sunglasses, I noticed, when she would come by, and she always had swollen lips and stuff like that. And I heard them talking. I was eavesdropping.
Okay.
And Ma was saying to her, why do you allow this man to beat you like this? And she had taken off her sunglasses. Her eyes she was big and swollen and all. She had a big black eye, blue eye. And she said, well, he loves me. He beats me because he loves me. And I
Well, love
remember,
me less.
well, right. I remember saying as a child, that was kind of traumatizing to hear. And I said, if that's what love is, then I don't want any parts of it.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So, I mean, everybody have their own different experiences, their own interpretation, their own lives, their things that they've experienced in life that impact how they react to certain things and how they perceive certain things.
Right.
So it's hard to
Define what
define
black love
that
is.
as it means different things to different people.
Exactly.
That's my
So, is there any positive to the black love?
I think that black love can be very positive. It depends on who it is. I think that if you decide to stay in a relationship and you're cool with whatever is going on in it, then that's black love.
Okay.
And that's positive for you.
Okay.
Like I was saying, it's hard to stay on the outside and judge somebody else's relationship.
Exactly.
It's just not, that's not the way it should be.
Okay.
As long as the person is happy in whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
then hey, if you happy, I'm happier.
So it's like the perception of whatever you perceive to be a good relationship for you, and it's two black people together, and if it's working for them, then more power to you.
Right.
And I think that we, like, of late, we've noticed that people are saying, oh, black love, this and that. And I think that it is a positive thing to promote
Mm-hmm.
black love.
Yes.
And so I'm happy to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess we are kind of just trying to figure it out,
Mm-hmm.
what that,
Mm-hmm.
I guess, working towards a positive relationship
Mm-hmm.
between a black man and a black woman.
Or it doesn't have to be between a black man and a black woman. Just two black people. However, whoever you want to love.
That's true. True.
And that's a whole other thing.
That's absolutely true. Okay, that's true.
It's hard to define what it is for somebody.
Right. So, I guess the moral of this is black love, which is positive, it's always good, is it doesn't have a set definition. We just know that it's two black people who are in a relationship loving on each other, however they feel is the best for them. But promoting black love, I think, is a wonderful thing. And if we have black love that is on positive, has a lot of positivity, and not and nothing's going to be perfect, but having the more positive than negative in a relationship, I think is wonderful. So
Okay. And let me just say this. When I hear the word love, automatically, for me, it's caring. The word caring comes to mind.
But you know what?
What?
I just had an epiphany.
Go ahead.
When you were just saying that, black love, we are assuming that it only has to be about a relationship. But I could have love. I have love for my mommy,
Of course.
and so that's the thing. Is it when only you only use the black love when you're talking about
Phrase, yeah.
a phrase when you're talking about a loving relationship where you're in a partner.
Yeah.
You have a partner, as opposed to I love you, mommy.
I love you too.
Yeah.
But
and we happen to be black people.
But when
But
people
that's
say
not what
black
they
love,
mean.
that's
Right.
usually not what they're talking about.
Got it.
Okay.
Well, until next time, thank you for dropping the knowledge, mommy, and sharing your thoughts with my viewers. And if you please hit that subscribe button. It does not cost anything to subscribe. It just lets you know when I post videos. So again, till next time, have a great day. Bye.
Love you.
Aspects of Life with Karen.